Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we can see the Schneider Electric SCADAPack RTU. SCADAPack is Linux based RTU with IT/OT convergence which supports process monitoring, process automation, edge applications, device management, data logging and processing. SCADAPack RTU is mainly designed for remote and harsh environment. SCADAPack is very flexible with inbuilt IOs, add-on IO modules with backup battery, also built-in cybersecurity features and support with lot of other functionalities. We are going to open the SCADAPack Configurator. For that, click the Start button. From here, select the Schneider Electric. From the Schneider Electric, you can find the Schneider Electric SCADAPack Configurator. Here you can find SCADAPack Configurator. See, this is the file. Just double click. It will open the SCADAPack Configurator first. Here you can find 4 options. First, open an existing RTU configuration file. Read a configuration from the RTU. Create a new RTU configuration. Create a new RTU configuration from an existing template. So first we will open this existing file. So what I will do now, just I will select this first option and I will select the file from here. Once you give finish here, it will search the file. See, it's open. See, this is the file and also it's open from here, also the same file configuration. Okay, just I will select here, give open. See, you can find the existing file here. And it is default. You can see here USB DNP address is 103. Okay, this is my existing configuration file. In the left hand side, you can find here ports, points, DNP3, TCP IP, general, IO, masters, slave and logic. Okay, from here you can find the port. First you can check the port. If you see for SCADAPack RTU, you have total 4 ports. So it's mentioned here port 0 up to port 3. From this 330E model. Okay, if you go for another model based on the configuration, this will be changed also. Okay, in our configuration SCADAPack 330E, you can find this port 4 ports here. Double click the port. See here you can find the DNP address. The same DNP. If you need to change the address, change this DNP address here. And if you see the downside, this is the port 0 port. Here I am using DNP3. If you need to change the port, click here and you can find there is none or DNP3 only. But if you go, this is for port 0 functions. If you go for port 0 mode, you can find here USB as diff currently. See, just we are going to download from this port currently. And if you see from here port 1, you can find DNP3. And if you click here in the port 1, you can find this DNP3 as currently, and you can select even isograph, command line, TCP and PPP, Modbus RTU, Modbus slave or anything. Okay, and after that downside you can find the port mode. It is RS232 or RS485. Okay, from here. And if you go further down, see here RS232, 485, even the modem, GPRS and everything. And if you go for here, you can find the baud rate speed. See here. You can default we selected 9600, but you can select up to 115,000 as well. And if you go for data mode, you can find 8-bit no parity. Even you can change as per your configuration of your RTU as well as the system. Our configuration of the SCADA system or HMI or anything. Okay, this is for port 0, port 1. If you go for port 2, I configured for Modbus slave here. See this one, Modbus slave. Okay, and for similarly I can configure the port 3 as well. So you can configure here 4 port in the same page, and if you go for here IS modem, here you can configure the modem as well. Okay, so this one, it is like optional. If you have the modem, you can connect through this modem link, or if you have the GPRS, you double click here and you can connect the GPRS configuration here as well for the port. Maybe one port you can use as a GPRS, so you can select that one as TCP and you can select GPRS. Similarly for RTT as well. And this is the port configuration of SCADAPack. If you go further, here you can find the points. See here the points, you can find 4 analog input, binary points, counters, point browsers and trend samplers. For us, the main thing you need to see this analog point and binary point, that is analog and digital. Okay, if you click here analog point, you can find the existing configuration which we configured earlier. See this one example. I need to be see already added some point example, some tags here already. Okay, if you need to add example for this tag 8, point number 8, just right click or double click this one. You can find this 8. See, this is the point number 8. Derived point type is derived, and DNP3 you use already 32-bit input. And also if you go for DNP point class, it is class 1, and you can keep this one as default. And if you see here further down for the point attributes, so you can change raw value, raw min, raw max, engineering min, engineering max, the scaling of the analog. Okay, you can make the scaling as well, and you can put even the current engineering value, current integer values, everything. Okay, this is the scaling part. If you go further here in the points, you can configure the engineering. See here low, high, everything. How you are configuring for the scaling, one of the scaling, you can configure the same thing here also. And even you can change the out of range or no, see everything, minimum and maximum range also you can configure. And if you go for further here, you can add your address here. For this is for slave, this is the protocol address, and this is the slave address. And if you go for Modbus slave, you can find here the slave registers. So you can add your register here. Example, I can add here 4008. 4008. See, once you added here, and you need to select the Modbus data type. See here. You can change the data type here. Currently you have UINT, integer, unified integer. Even you can select integer, double integer or real or anything. Okay, once you selected, just give OK. See, you have already added the address now. And if you need to add the description, you can add description directly here. Example, wall underscore open time. Anything you can add here. The description. Once you complete the description, save this application here. It will save automatically. So this is the point how you can add the analog points. And if you go for binary points, double click the binary points. See here you can find here, this is the Modbus registers currently. See here, it is already configured, but if you see inside, see it can be configured up to 1560 bits in this Modbus binary points for this model 330E. Once you configure this binary point, then we can go to the counter points. If you have any counter points, you can add address here for this Modbus registers. Okay, this is the basic IO points you can add in this point, please. Okay, if you need further for DNP3, just double click. See here, you have already DNP3 communications. See, you can see the configuration here. Example, our current DNP3 address is 103 and it is communicating through port number 2 as master, and this is my DNP3 master address, and this is the maximum frame size you can send to the master RTU. So we can change this one as per your convenient, and the remaining these points you can keep the same. And if you go for DNP3 events, we are not doing anything for modification here. You can keep the same default even for the DNP3 master as well. Now we need to be moved. See, this is also you can keep the same which you made here, same. So now you will move to the TCP. Okay, in case if you need to configure your SCADAPack with the Modbus TCP, see, you can select here either like 192.168.1.100. Okay, and you can even say this is your Ethernet module. This you can connect through this Ethernet port through this IP address. Okay, and this is your Modbus TCP server address. And also you can configure here isograph TCP, Modbus TCP IP, or Modbus TCP. So you can configure based on your current requirement of the project. Okay, this is the very important point you need to understand here. The port points, DNP3 communication and TCP IP port. And the remaining points you can keep the same. In case if you need to communicate with any router, you need to put the router destination address, and even you can select the boot TP server as well. Okay, this is for advanced TCP level. Okay, remaining all these points you can keep same, but I will explain to you what you have exactly. If you click the general, see here you can find the controller status, and this controller status, see this all, it is default. If you need to select additional point, example to make this here RTU license firmware features, if you need to make any license you can make, you can add the features here, and even you can see the RAM battery, input voltage, everything. This is the system. We can tell that this is like a system data from the RTU. When you upload the RTU backup or you are in online, you can find all the values here, RTU type, firmware version, and also the RAM batteries, and also the input voltage, system error, anything if you have in the RTU, it will be displayed in this place. So this is for controller status. If you go for controller settings, double click this one, and see here you can select the identification strings, location name, and which place, and what is the device name. So you can put even for the RTU, you can enter all the detail. So whenever you are uploading the RTU backup or you are in the online, you can see the detail of this RTU particular controller. And even see you can make the LED power always on, or you can make this LED power status off. So you have the selection for even the LEDs, and you can control the complete controller status from this general. And if you go further down here, you can find the IOs and SCADAPack IO. See here, if you double click the IO, you can find here, you can add even the additional new modules in this place. Example, now this is the default 330E module. I need to add one additional DI or DO module. Just click the add module and you have option here. See, this is the module types: the analog input, digital output, RTD, and everything. So you can select the module and add in your configuration. So it will be automatically added here, and you can change the pin configuration and everything from this place. So this is for IO configuration. And if you need to configure anything for master for this RTU, you can select here this data concentrator, and from here you can add the RTU device as master, and here you can add for Modbus scanner. See here, in this place you can add the Modbus slave device as well, or you can tell that Modbus scanner. And if you go further here, you can find the logics place here, IEC 61131-3 and solution link. if you click here, you cannot find the current configuration because you have two configuration. You can use here two software. Either you can use Target 3 Isograph or you can use SCADAPack Workbench. Okay, now currently if I am going to use the Workbench, so I just click this one and click here this Workbench. See here, once you double click this one, it will open the Workbench automatically. See, it will ask you to select. I am going to select this Workbench. This is my program. And also you can, in the desktop we already have the SCADA Workbench. From that you can open directly as well for the same application. And if you see here further, you can find the options here, how to download, how to communicate, everything here in this place. See, I will already this one open our page. First I will explain this one, then we will go again further. This Workbench is similar to the Visual Studio or .NET. It looks like the same Visual Studio and it will open in the background of Visual Studio only. And if you see here, the default, you can find this one as this is the deployment view of your SCADAPack, and this is the RTU. And if you click here, you can find the IP address of the network. See, 996.168.1.100. If you find, this is for Solution Explorer, this is the place, this is called, we are telling us Solution Explorer, and this is called deployment view. And if you, this is for property window, this is the property window. And if you go further here, this is for toolbox. See here, it will be open here for toolbox. And if you go further here, you can find here build solution, and you can find here download, upload, online changes, start resources, and also stop resource, real-time mode, cyclic mode, and also one-time cyclic, and also you can check the password or clear password. So if you see further here, you can find this is same like other application, new, open, add, save as, close, exit. And if you find here edit, also same, undo, copy, paste, and select all, everything. If you find here, this is one of the important part, you can find, okay, here we can find Solution Explorer, navigation window, deployment window, which we see here. And if we see here, we have block library, description window, document overview, error list, output, start page, toolbox. This one also you can find in this view place. See, you have option here to add the functions here. See here. So you can add either from here or you can add from this view as well. And you can find complete tool here as well. And if you see the project, you can rebuild the project or reload the project. You can build the application, you can make debug here, and you can make a simulation. Everything it is possible in this application. This Workbench is free. You can download from the Schneider website, and you can use for SCADAPack. Earlier you need to be pay for the licensing, but now it is free. It is available in the website. Okay, now we will go for our program. See here, you can find the program. Already this is existing program. See, if I need to open the program, already we make the password protection. If you open the file, you can find the logics what we make before. Okay, this is supporting IEC 61131-3, that is normal standard ladder logics and function block diagrams. So you can use any one of the language to build your application. And see, you can find everything in this application. See here, and if you right click your cursor, and you can insert the variables, blocks, commands. See the direct contact, direct coil, rungs, left rung, right rung, everything, return, label, jump and everything. So same like the ladder application how we used in Schneider, Siemens, Rockwell or any other application, you can use the same logics here as well. So here you can find all the ladder logics which we built here. If I click here, I will open this application, any one of the form. You can find the application which we built here. You can make same like function block diagram, see here, and already this function block, see we already added in this place. This same function we called in this ladder logic, in the logic place. See, this is called outlet. You can find this one outlet. If I need to check this outlet, I can make a right click, see show the function block, or I can open from this outlet. See, just I will put the password and it is opening for me the what is the function I made here before. So I can open the logic and I can check, okay, this is for auto, this is if the auto is positive, if the auto is in positive trigger, and it will be go to set, and if there is auto is in former state, then it will go to reset mode for SCADA, and HMI it will be reset as well, because this is parallelly it's connected, and the logics need to be same like the other logics where we built before. You can use the similar to that same. Okay, you have see here auto, no close command, irrigation command is on, then the auto command will start the auto function. So we make the parallel for auto or former auto former, then it will be start the auto command and it will reset the SCADA command and HMI command. If you see similarly for this is for SCADA. When you put the SCADA or former in SCADA, it will be go automatically to the SCADA mode, and the auto mode will be reset and HMI mode will be reset. So this is the main application. From the main application we used in many places to for many former outlets we use the same application. See, we have here many functions: time fault, auto former, auto all, HMI former, HMI all, SCADA all, open auto, open HMI, like this. So this is the inputs and this is the output. So we already explained many times about the ladder logics and how to make the programming language, so you can check from there, and we can see on the brief video I can explain you from the starting from scratch for this in this workbench. And also you have the you can find, see here, build solution. If you make the build solution, you can see the output here. See here, it is started to build, and you can see it is building the application. Once you build the application, and even you can connect you can download to the RTU as well. See, it is building now the application, and if you select from this complete solution, you can see you have the option to make the simulation as well in this application. See, it's already built it and there is no error and it succeeded. See, now it's already built it, so you can download to the RTU. See, you have option to download. Once I start downloaded, see, it is trying to start, but currently we did not connect it with any RTU, so it will not download. But you see you have option here: online, simulate, configuration mode. If I make simulation, see, it is coming error, yes, failed. But if I make simulation, if I run, it will go to the simulation mode. See, it is trying to run the application, but it is going to start with isograph. See, now you can see here it started with the panel simulation. See the signals which you can see here in the simulation mode. So the panel is running with, see, it is started with the simulator and it is running with the simulation mode. So you can make directly, you can test the application through the simulation panel, IO panel simulation. Okay, now I will just disconnect the simulation mode. See here, I will stop the resource and I will go to our application again. I will stop the debugger. See, it will go to the normal mode as usual. So this is the overview of Workbench, and this one we can use for this Workbench. You can use for SCADAPack and many other applications as well for open code applications. See, and also I will try to explain these other points here. See here, you have option to transfer. If you click the option to transfer, see, you have here to find, see, this is the RTU time. You can set the RTU time from the computer time here, and you can receive the RTU time from computer to from the RTU to computer, and you can read the file from RTU, and you can write the file from the computer to RTU, and update the boot monitor, update the firmware, retrieve the trend data, and also the remote command line, refresh the page. This is the option for transfer. If you go for IEC 61131-3, which we seen before, you can launch the Workbench, and also you can configure the program. And if you go further here for command, you can find here restart the service. See here, and you can restart the resource 1, resource 2, profiler, and this trends, everything from here. And also you can execute the command to enable the diagnostics and disable the diagnostic as well from here. And also you can clear all your DNP counters as well, because it will count each DNP3 address from here. So you can reset the counter as well, and also you can clear the counter range and reinitiate the DNP3 and restart your RTU as well from these commands. And if you go for further for communications, see here you can select the communication type. If you click the communication type, if you are connecting directly to the RTU through USB, you can select the communication here. If you need to select through serial or TCP, you can select and you can give the DNP3 address, and it will communicate through the TCP with your local TCP address. Okay, this is the communication part for the SCADAPack RTU. And if you go for security, click for security, and you can find here the login, see DNP3 settings for login. Okay, here you can if you have the security file, you can use the configurator key, and see this is the machine ID, so it can secure, you can make the authentication method as well for cyber security purpose, and you can make a login as well for this. See here your login, you have, sorry, here the user settings, and also you can find your DNP3 address, and even you can select the communication port here as well, the communication paths. Example, I can select TCP or serial or USB for local communication, and also you can make download from here, as well as you can configure, so you can run the RTU from here. See here, the application directly. You can open the application after you saved everything. You can just download the application from here itself. So this is the overview of SCADAPack RTU. If you are interested more, let me know that I can continue with the second part for this. To just I will explain more about the Workbench application from the scratch if you like this video. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, kindly press the like button and share to your friends and your network.